I refuse to be mediocre. I refuse to have an average life. I refuse to have average results in the things I am passionate about, the things that I am pursuing. I want to be great in those things. I want to have a life that I can look back on a specific moment and be so happy that I decided to deviate from the conventional safe route. Because I know what I am. I'm a creative. I want to take risks. I don't want to stay in a job that I'm bound to retire from 40 years later. And I feel like I'm speaking a lot for so many people out there like me. I'm not saying I'm a unique case, that I'm a 1 out of a billion, that I am the pinnacle of this generation and the generations after. If anything, I am a common voice. And I know that's contradictory to the topic of this video. But isn't that interesting that that summarizes a generation? I feel like more than ever, we've been waking up to things. We've become more aware with what society has been prioritizing and what we should prioritize more. And I feel like so many people are starting to realize what a life of mediocrity really means and why they want to step away from that. What does it mean to be mediocre? It means to be of only moderate quality, to not be very good, but also not be very bad. You're just average. You're normal. And I'm not disrespecting or discrediting a life of normalcy. And if anything, I believe that a majority of people are fit for that life. Not everyone needs to be great and incredible at something. You want to just lay low and take things day after day. That is you. That is your decision. For me, there's something that doesn't sit right within my spirit, within my soul. For me, that conventional route isn't the path that I want to take. I know I speak for a lot of people when I say that. Some of you may be asking, what is this path that I'm talking about? You'll say that I've mentioned uncertainty or something that can't be relied on. And I'll say to you that I mean what I said. Living a life of normalcy gives you moderate results. You'll see things that are standard for you, things that are to be expected. You go to work, you clock in for 8 hours, you'll eventually get paid for those 8 hours. But in an unconventional path, you don't know any of that. You can work for 40 hours on a project in 1 week and release it out into the world and get nothing from it. You can spend hours upon hours learning and mastering new skills on this project, and once it's released, you don't get any results. And the crazy thing is, this can be applied to so many things that you would want to pursue. And the crazier thing is that you can rinse and repeat that same process over and over multiple times and still get that same result. In this path, you will have so many moments where you will question yourself, what am I doing? Am I doing the right thing? Is this worth it? Am I crazy? Am I delusional? What can I do? That's where many of us will give up. I was close to giving up not too long ago, just a few months ago, on something that I had worked on for years and years in the making. But if I want to be great and I want to see extraordinary results that changes my life, I cannot give up. There's a saying that I've attached to myself for this sole purpose of keeping the steam in the engine, keeping my drive going. And I tell it to my friends and my family. Honestly, I tell it to anybody who's having trouble keeping that motivation to allow them to keep going. If you want a life that's extraordinary, then you cannot be ordinary. Honestly, it's the simple quotes that do the most for me. It just makes you see something so ordinary in a different aspect. Like, for example, if you go to a museum, you see the same painting 100 times, but then someone who's seen it 1,000 times tells you, hey, take a few steps back. And then all of a sudden, you see that painting like it's brand new. That's the effect that this quote has for me. So if you're after extraordinary results, then be extraordinary. And how this ties into my ventures and how I plan to acquire the goals that I set out for is that the extraordinary thing that I will do is to commit. A lot of people give up without even knowing how close they were. I may not be seeing anything now, and I may not see anything for a long time, but that doesn't mean that there's things working behind the scenes. It's like when someone plants a tree sapling into the ground and they wait for months and months for it to grow but don't see anything. People that are experienced with planting tree saplings will know that that's part of the process. They'll know that beneath the soil there's a deep and intricate root system that's taking place so that when the tree grows to its full potential, it can be rooted. So why give up on this tree sapling? Why rip it out? I have to trust in the process. I need to trust in my ability that I can stay consistent, that I can not give up on something. But with consistency, there needs to be evolving. If you're going to pursue something, you can't just keep doing the same thing you're doing all the time and expect different results. Develop your quality, develop your style, develop the things that differentiate you and put you in a category separate from other people like you. I need to be critical of the choices I make. By the same time, I should forgive the mistakes that I do. There will be many failures, and there will be a long period where I may not see anything at all, but that's the process. If you're deciding to go on this journey as well, and whatever it is that you pursue, know that that's ahead of you. I've been pursuing my personal creative ventures for a long time now. YouTube has been relatively recent, but I'm also attaching that to my creative resume. It's part of the family. Some people will say I'm spreading myself too thin, but I know within my heart that all the things I want to be great in all tie into that core aspect of my life, which is to be creatively free. So you may be asking, why am I making this video? What is it that I'm trying to do for you? I'm here to remind you that I am like you. I haven't made it yet. In fact, I'm nowhere close to making it, whether that's through YouTube or any other thing that I want to be great in. I'm your reminder. I'm your reflection. I'm on this journey with you. Whether you haven't taken the leap yet and you've just been thinking and planning, or you're like me and you've started your journey already. Either way, I am with you on this. I know I said I want to be great, and I don't want to be mediocre. There's something that's telling me that if you clicked on this video, you are also trying to say that for yourself. Maybe you just haven't said it yet. That's the first step. Tell yourself this. This is your affirmation. This is my affirmation as well. And this is why it fulfills me to make this video. I needed to remind myself that's my goal. But in turn, that also helps me to remind you that that is what you should aim for as well. If you're abandoning a life of being mediocre and being average, and you want to be great too, you want to be extraordinary, I'm reminding you. I'm holding you accountable. I'm holding us accountable to be consistent with our efforts. We're reaching an age of something truly special. I've seen a lot of people say that this is a new renaissance that we're approaching, and I can feel that. I feel like there's so many people developing their personas and their creative abilities. It's really exciting. So why on earth would I sit back and watch that slip by me? Even if I don't go anywhere fast, if I don't blow up, I will be happy that I at least tried and I attempted. And I strongly urge that you do too. So remember everyone, even if our interests are different, we're still pursuing the same thing. And if I'm going to be great and you're going to be great, then I guess I'll see you out there. Be extraordinary.